Welcome back to Marbella Now. My name is Nicole King.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Halfway twisted.
My CIT Marbella guest of this week is a lovely young woman, and she deals in a topic that I find of great interest, Feng Shui. Sometimes when I'm in my room, in my bedroom, I'm thinking, oh, should my bed be here? Is the door meant to be there? Would I put a mirror here or not? And if you've ever had any of those questions, well, the lovely Teri Garcia is here to explain and answer them. How lovely to see you again.
Nice to see you too, Nicole. Thanks for having me.
How's it going? I mean, are you Feng Shuiing Marbella? Are you taking Marbella by storm? How's been your approach and the settling in since you arrived?
Well, I've been here for a few years now, doing that, but it's busy. It's busy. I mean, there's lots of clients that come back every year. They want their house on the yearly stars. You get yearly energies each year that it turns. We're in the snake year this year, so that's got its own particular things happening.
So there's more to it than just where I place my furniture.
Yes, but
okay, tell us a bit about Feng Shui in general then.
Okay.
And then get into how you approach it and how you can offer it. But what is it exactly?
Well, really, human beings, we need to protect ourselves from the climate, the wind, the rain, heat, sun. So we need to have buildings. We feel comfortable when we're inside a building. That's what we need to live. So it's all about that building that protects us and looks after us, really. Is it actually a good building to stay in, or is it a bad building? Is it a good room or not? Because if it's not right, you can feel quite sick, quite low on energy if you're not in the right space. If the property is vibrant, then you can work better, you can sleep better, you feel better, you have better relationships. So it's all about the property and what surrounds us, really. How do we feel protected in our own property?
A few years ago, there was actually a study, I believe, about people working in offices, in the cubicles with artificial light and all this artificial air conditioning and air systems. And actually, it does lead to illnesses that are just literally coming from noise pollution, sound pollution, energy, vibration, frequency pollution.
Yeah, sitting next to the wrong person.
But there's that one too. There's that one too. In the sense, everything is energy, and getting that energy, I suppose, to the optimum, particularly when we're at home and we want to feel safe, or in our workspace where we're spending a lot of time.
Yeah, sick building. There's been a lot about sick building, and absentees, staff not getting on, staff not being productive, and that's due to how the office is set up or the workspace is set up. And also it applies to a house, and your bedroom, like you said, is my bed in the right position? And changing your bed around can make so much difference on how you sleep. How many people have said, oh, I just get up at the middle of the night and have to go and sleep on the sofa? And that's probably because their bed's not in the right position.
What would be the wrong position? What would we need to take into consideration? Or is each house different and it depends on the energy and the vibe of the room?
Each house is different, really. But my grandmother was I think she just had it in her bones. I obviously got the Feng Shui from her in a way. My Spanish grandmother, very Andalusian.
Yeah, Teri Garcia, I like it.
Yeah, it's very Andalusian. So she would say, girl, you're sitting in the draft and estás sentado en corriente. And that's, or being in a draft or having your bed in a draft, meaning between the door and the window, what happens? Your neck, you wake up and your neck's stiff and you don't feel comfortable. And that's a basic common sense Feng Shui. That is anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, having your back towards the door, being under a window, not feeling that you can see who's going to come in. You want to be able to see somebody if they come in the door, otherwise you can't relax. So there's lots of things that are actually common sense. There's the common sense side, You know,
that makes sense.
It makes sense, and there's other parts that are like you do calculations, and you have a lot of methods on how to calculate the energy in the room. And I remember once I did a consultation for a lady in Madrid, and she said, "Oh, I've had another Feng Shui consultant here, and she says I need a chiming clock to clear the bad energy in the room." And I said, "Yeah, that's true. That works quite well." I said, "But why did she tell you to do that in your bedroom? How on earth do you sleep?" She says, "Well, I don't. It chimes on the hour." So it's like, don't do it if it's not common sense. You know, that's ridiculous. You can't do that.
And the things they say, for example, if you go in a house and as you walk in, the corner furthest to the east or to the west is the one that you should keep clear. It's your money corner, according to Feng Shui. Are these things also applicable?
Yes, they are, but that's a different type of Feng Shui, okay? That's, I call it the microwave Feng Shui. It applies because it's common sense. You know, the diagonal to the door is the first thing you look at when you walk in the door. And if you see clutter and rubbish, psychologically, your mind is thinking, "Oh, that's not good." But if you see a beautiful plant and it's nice and fresh, or you have something beautiful, then your whole attitude changes, doesn't it?
It does.
So a lot of the Feng Shui myths are myths, okay? But there's a logic and there's a practice behind it that help you really understand. And you really need to understand how to do it, you know. But I would say to everybody, make sure your corner's nice and clean. Put something pretty there.
So it's important that decluttering and really keeping corners clean, because things hold on to energies, don't they?
Absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, Feng Shui is something you need a professional to come in and do for you. It's not a DIY thing, but you can declutter and you can clean and you can have it fresh, and you can use common sense. And that's where you can, you know, make your room better. You know, what do we do with corners? We just shove clothes on. You've got a chair in the corner, don't you? Just the clothes go piling up.
TV day, what I'm going to wear.
Yeah, everything.
The things on the bed.
And you find out that this chair in the corner of your bedroom is just built up with all these piles of clothes. Obviously, that's not good, you know. But that's something that you can actually deal with on a day-to-day basis, and you can actually make your space a lot better. So
a few years ago, Maria Kondo was all the rage, decluttering, telling you how to organise cupboards and things. Is this also part of Feng Shui? Part of what you would do if someone was to contact you and say, okay, why would someone contact you and you go to their house and you would do what?
Well, I would go in, and I love Marie Kondo because she's, you know, the principle's there and the idea is there. You can't have that mess, because there's certain places you'd go in and you'd check the property. I do all my calculations. It takes me a long time. I've got a lot of maths to do to check something out. But there are certain areas that if you have clutter, it can affect your money. So, you know, like Marie Kondo, she'll go in and she'll declutter and she'll tidy up something. But she might not know that that area actually has to do with the money energy in the property, or it could do with health, or it could do with the firstborn son. So sometimes when you clear the clutter in a certain area, you're activating some good energy, which you probably don't realise.
Yes.
And things start to flow better for you.
Yeah, so you would basically go to someone's home, do the calculations, and then look at basically the different areas, what could be changed to increase, I suppose, the energy flow. Yeah, that's what you're going for in the end. That vibe,
and the vibe, and that's about the interior, isn't it? Really, I mean, once, you know, we never do it in our own house, do we? I mean, I must admit that sometimes I tend to think, Terry, do your own one. And I remember once I had a really bad eye infection, and I just couldn't get rid of this conjunctivitis. It was horrendous. So I booked the doctor for the next day. And I was sitting at home and I was thinking, come on, what is wrong in this room? And I'm thinking, well, it's this, it's that. That's the energy of the year. That's the calculation. I said, I need to put some water in. So I put some water in some of the corners that I knew that year there was a problem there. And the next day when I went to the doctor, she said, well, what's your problem? I said, well, yesterday I had an eye infection. So it actually cured my eye infection overnight. But I had to sit and think what was wrong. And it was that area, that space in the house that wasn't right.
Well, that is
That's how
absolutely
effective it is.
fascinating.
It's how effective it is.
So you need to, like, I suppose, redirect those energies somewhere else.
You've got to balance the area. So sometimes, I remember another lady, she had really bad hip problems. And you can locate within the property, you can locate areas that belong to the hips or the leg. And it was her right leg. So I knew it was the right side of the house. I knew that there was a certain direction that's the hips. It could be the southeast, it could be sometimes it could be the southwest. And we introduced a certain colour into the southeast and the southwest. The hip pain went. It's simple like that. And I said, well, how are you getting on? Oh, well, it's just improved. Maybe it's the weather.
Yes, that's the thing.
You know,
people find it very hard to actually attribute something to a service that is so intangible.
It's absolutely, Nicole.
I understand
absolutely.
completely how people will say, no, it's just a coincidence. Yeah, it just happened to be.
Oh yeah,
nothing to do with that. It just, it's just
the doctor
it
gave
just
me.
cleared up.
It just cleared up. Oh, it was okay. And so sometimes people say, well, you're charging me all that, and what's happened? And I have to say, well, look back. Look back. What was your life like 3 years ago? Oh, it's a lot better now. But we want to see that gradual change. We want to see that gradual improvement.
Exactly.
And that's how it really works, only when you look back and you think, yes, it has got better.
Yes, it is. And sometimes, because we only notice and like to complain about the things that are wrong, when they've stopped happening, we forget about them. So it's very difficult for people to remember to go back and say thank you or recognise what happened, because it's not worrying them anymore. So they've just moved on. They don't think about it.
Oh, some people have.
Yes.
Some people have. I remember one lady, we sorted out the terrace in her garden, and we sorted out certain things. And she really was looking for a partner. So I said, okay, we do this, we do this, we do this. Now, you have to do what I say. You can't just say, okay, yes, yes, and do what you want. You have to do everything, right? And there's a priority list. This is really important. And she did it. And I met her about 10 years later. And she said, oh, thank you so much, because I actually met the man. I've married him now. I've ended up, the man of my dreams. She said, but funny enough, he was a friend of mine from school that we re-met, and
there you go.
Clicked. We just clicked. And I thought, oh, what a lovely story.
So it works for that too.
Oh, relationships, health, money, work.
And this, you think, came from your grandmother, and inherited, which you then, I imagine, you've studied and directed or dedicated X amount of years to perfecting.
Yeah, my grandmother was amazing. She used to say to me, come on, Teresita, let's move this furniture. And two of us would push the furniture that way. And yeah, she was amazing. But I think we all have the Feng Shui antenna in us, don't we? We go into a restaurant and we say, nah, let's not eat here. I don't like the vibe. We all have that.
Yeah.
And so I had that very much within me. And then I just thought there has to be something behind this. So I studied in the Imperial School of Feng Shui in London. And I've got a Chinese master who lives in Edinburgh, who's studied Feng Shui for 60 years. And I've been studying it now for 25 years. So I'm actually a master in Feng Shui. A lot of studying, and it's so beautiful because there's so many ways you can help people.
What would you say to our viewers, in the sense, someone who's never thought of trying it? What would be their recommendation? Because I imagine every house could benefit from you giving it a reading for the vibe, I would imagine.
Some houses are okay. Some houses are not too bad. But sometimes I would say, if you've moved into a new property and things have started to go wrong from moving in, there must be something in that property. And also I'd say to the viewers, like with the relationship, what happens when you go on holiday? How are things when you go on holiday? Is everything okay? Yes. When you get back home, you start the arguments. Well, there must be something in the house. So it's not always in the house. It's just, how are you when you are at home, and how are you when you're out of the house? If you suddenly feel that when you get back home, you're tired, you're exhausted, you're not sleeping, you're grumpy, you're losing money, then there could be something there. But if you're okay as soon as you walk out the door and you're okay and happy, well then
maybe
it's not the
something
house.
there in the atmosphere.
Yeah, maybe
some
it's
vibration,
something happening in your life, or you know, maybe it's you, how you're doing it, or how is everybody else in the house. Because sometimes if all the family are feeling down, sick, ill, not well, then it's the house. If it's one person, it could just be the individual chart, horoscope of that person, their own karma in a way, or their own dealings. So you have to analyse, but houses can be okay in general.
Exactly. So it's just if you're noticing that feeling, and as you said at the beginning, and people can do that too. It's amazing. One negative vibe can send you off course completely.
Yeah.
If you let it. If you let it, don't let it. We can't let ourselves get carried away.
Don't put that rubbish in the corner. You know, don't let your washing load up, or the bins, or the clutter. Really, all I can say to viewers is please declutter. Keep your house tidy. Keep it painted. Keep it clean. You know what they used to do in Spain years ago, don't you? In May, they used to take all the furniture out. This is 8 years ago, didn't they? And they would whitewash clean all the furniture. They'd even put the furniture in the street and clean them and put it back in. Well, that spring cleaning is so powerful that if people could do that, then
we've lost those customs.
Yes, we have, haven't we? We have.
Yes.
We just buy things and buy things and buy things.
Yeah, and they're cleaned, but not really with that intentionality of wiping out
the old and refreshing the new.
The people have come and gone through the year in the home, and yes,
absolutely. And we've got Chinese New Year coming up on Wednesday, the 29th this year, which means the year of the snake comes in. So before Chinese New Year, what people do is they do have a really good clear out. That's really nice, just so that you open the door on Chinese New Year. Well, we would do it on the 1st of January as well. Let the good energy come in and let the old go. So I would say just enjoy your Chinese New Year as well.
Wonderful. And it's lovely to catch up. And if
Nice
anyone
to
would
see.
like to get some renewed energy or advice, or you're buying a new place, redecorating, just think, because sometimes
Absolutely.
even just changing the furniture around can be like moving into a new apartment. If you've got it wrong and you move it and
That's
get
true.
it right, that can make a real big difference.
You're quite good at this, aren't you?
I remember. Thank you so much,
Oh,
Terry.
thank you, Nicole. Thank you for having me.
Hey, hey.
Zero Heroes, welcome to Urban Chai.
Zero Heroes, welcome to Gusto e Fantasia.
Hey, hey.
Gracias.
A usted, que disfrute.
Gracias. Hola.
¿Qué tal todo? Bienvenidos a Roostiq.
Wow.
Buenas tardes.
Hola. Uy, qué rico. Qué bonito.
Me encanta lo del techo, que quiere a lo mejor simular también un poco de brasas o... Bueno.
It's exciting.
Sí, esa es la parte del cuarto frío. Y luego después hay como dos partes, ¿no? Aquí, la parte de la izquierda elaboran toda la parte de brasa.
Hola. ¿Qué tal?
Esa es toda la parte de brasa y aquí es la derecha de la pizza. Tiene todo horno de leña.
¿Eres el pizzero?
Sí, uno de ellos.
Buenos días.
Muy buena.
Acabo de ver dos pizzas sale, una pinta buenísima.
Sí. Gracias.
You know I've got the sweetest smell. It's like a tickle in your nose.
La margarita. Y la masa está fermentada 72 horas, bueno, tiene ahí, ya te viene.
Tiene un proceso.
La salsita de tomate también.
Sí, es única.
As you're standing all alone, looking for someone to tell. Just because you're high and shy, only I can be your friend. You know I've got the sweetest smell. It's like a tickle in your nose.
Así que todo tuyo, descúbrelo.
Quite a room.
El reservado me parece muy bonito. Han estado mucho famosos y sobre todo porque termina con la cava de vinos que al final.
As you're standing all alone, looking for someone to tell.
Oh, wow.
No, y esta es la parte de verdad que está súper bonita.
Wow.
You know I've got the sweetest smell. It's like a tickle in your nose.
Wow. Qué lujo de vida.
Casa amigos.
Es muy bueno. Es añejo y está suavecito, es dulce, tiene bastante barrita, así que este le va a gustar seguro.
Gracias.
Perfecto, gracias.
Vamos.
Gracias.
De nada. Frito. No engorda tanto, no es tan aceitoso. Tiene lo bueno del sabor.
Muy
Lo
bueno.
bueno de que no está frito.
Exacto, porque están ahumados y luego después terminado en el horno de leña. Escóndete. Esto es otra cosa, ¿eh?
Qué buena pinta.
Cuando vengamos en el verano, es que en la finca allí de Ávila planta. Lo bueno que tiene, corto. Lo bueno que tiene es que todos los tomates maduros que se podía decir que están más feos, por así decirlo, más feos en el sentido de no tan vistosos para darle a la gente, lo que hacen es la salsa de tomate para las pizzas. Así que por eso hoy tenemos aquí la salsa de tomate, la número 38.
Qué bien.
Que es
Y esta es la mesa 38.
Y esta es la mesa 38, que es la más bonita, entonces...
Vamos a comprar lotería, hermano.
Verdad.
38.
38. Tomate 38, la pizza con la salsa 38 y... Joder,
Qué bueno.
madre mía, el pollito y la
Y puré de
patata.
patata. Eso sí que es un manjar para cualquier británico.
Gracias, Andrea. De patata con trufa.
Yummy.
¡Ay, Dios mío!
Tarta de manzana, helado de canela casero y crema inglesa. Recomendamos poner la crema inglesa por encima y luego acompañarlo con el...
Linear Director has come up with a squatter policy for just €24 a year. You don't have to have your home insurance with them. This is a completely separate matter to protect you from squatters. For more information, call 952 147834 or their website, lineardirector.com.
ZeroHero, welcome to Belmonte.
Hey, it's a brand new.
Linear Director appreciates just how important our pets are to us, and that's why they brought out one of the most comprehensive insurance policies on the market from just €39.90 a year. Give them a call on 952 147834 or from the website lineardirector.com. Someone who is also in the Elveria area is our lovely Lily van Tongeren. She's rescuing animals all along the coast, but particularly in Marbella, which takes us basically from Cabapino to Guadalmina and beyond. Lily, welcome back.
Thank you, Nicole. Great to be back again.
Nice to see you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Yes, we've seen each other, but not on the programme.
No, not first time.
Very exciting. You've got the first Animals in Marbella Sanctuary charity-sponsored walk coming up on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's Valentine's Dog Walk Day because it's, you know, your loved ones are your dogs, of course, for a lot of people. So we're doing it on Valentine's Day in the Naguales Park. And we will have refreshments, and it'll be a lot of fun. A lot of dogs together, a lot of people together, walking together through the park, and then getting together in the dog area. There's a specific dog area where they can run and play, and people can sit and talk and drink and have a good time.
It sounds like a very nice initiative. Picnic in the park, basically, with a stroll. And what day does the 14th fall on?
It's on a Friday. We start at 11 o'clock in the morning. We all meet at the parking lot of Swan School, or it's across from Swan School. So a lot of parking, so it's very, very easy. We meet there, there's refreshments, there's a table with information and whatever else, and then we'll go and walk.
Really, it's a great area. It's a nice way to get outside, out and about, and at the same time participate. Is there a fee? Is it a donation? How are you going to use this to raise funds?
Well, we are raising funds there is an entrance fee, and that's the funds that go directly into AIMS. We have a sponsor, of course, who helps us out as well.
What's the fee? How do we sign up? Do we shop at the day? What's the situation?
Yeah, it's you can sign up at our website, or our email address is info@, animals in Marbella Sanctuary.org. All on the website, all the information, but send a letter to the email address to sign up, paying in advance or paying cash on the day itself, starting at 11 o'clock, so arriving a bit early if you still need to get organized. There is a lot of advertising. We have a goodie bags for everybody. Refreshments is included, goodie bags is included in the price.
Well, that's very nice. You're obviously excited that you're getting things going again for the association this year. What kind of things have you got planned for this year? I know you had a very successful end of 2024.
Yes.
You helped a lot of animals. You gave a lot of blankets, a lot of funds to different charities. Explain a bit to those who perhaps aren't as quite familiar with aims, what your aims are.
Well, the aims and our aim is to help animals, of course, everywhere. And that means that we're helping individual people with animals who need help. Last night, late, I had a call from somebody who had just found a puppy somewhere in the field and couldn't keep it. So we went in the morning to see if it had a chip. It didn't have a chip, so we took it in. And it's now in foster and will be up for adoption. So this person was very happy that it didn't have to go into a shelter. There is people that are moving away and for some very valid reasons often cannot take their pet. We try to rehome them. We help them with rehoming. What we're trying to avoid is that animals go into a shelter, and that is for the animals out in the campo or on the street, or animals in people's home. And next to that, we are helping the smaller shelters. There's quite a lot of fantastic, good people who start with picking up a dog or a cat in their area, and then it's 2 or 3 dogs, and suddenly before they know it, they've got 10, 15, 20 dogs and cats and cannot really afford all that.
It costs a lot of money to feed them.
It's a lot of money
and
a lot of work.
It's a lot of money, I know, and then also if they get poorly and they need medical treatments.
Yes.
So just having that support is fundamental. It's nice.
That's where we jump in.
You guys can pick and choose in the sense of who needs it most at a given moment, and have the know-how from all your years of volunteering of how perhaps to place them before it gets to that point of them going into then one of the rescue centres and adding to their burden.
Yes, right. And then if it's at all possible, we will take animals when they really need special help, when they are in a shelter, in a bigger shelter, if they need specific care or specific needs or operations or medical care, we can try to take them out if we think they're going to be better into a free sanctuary where they do not have to be in a cage. They're still in a shelter or a sanctuary where they can roam a little bit more free and not in a cage. We will try to facilitate that as well. We help with operations for dogs when necessary. We have donated in December as a Christmas present quite a lot of money to 5 different shelters, as well as to another shelter, Palevlas, who needed dog houses. So we bought 6 new dog houses. We put them together, which was a wonderful afternoon to put them all together, and then we delivered them. So yeah, we're trying to help wherever we can.
There is some sense of satisfaction at least, because it's a thankless task, it's never ending, but at least it looks like you're getting those little moments of gratitude, of saying, okay, we did something.
Yes.
Now on to the next thing.
We rented a van, or I rented a van, and we loaded up the dog houses and we brought them there, and it was so wonderful to see there. They hadn't realized they were going to be new, beautiful dog houses, and they were so grateful. And on the way back, I really had that feeling. I thought, wow, this really feels good today. This really feels good. So yes, we get a lot more individual help out, but also a lot more individual things back for it, because you're right there on the spot when it's needed. We don't have the trouble of a big overhead, so all the monies that come in go directly to helping wherever it's needed.
This volunteer system, as you've always done, everybody involved, the volunteers in the
We don't really need volunteers at the moment yet, because we don't have a place. And what we do, if people want to volunteer and they don't know where to go, we can help them and recommend them to other little shelters or whatever where the volunteers are needed.
Exactly, so you have more or less an idea of who needs what, where and when. Because blankets and cleaning supplies, all those things, I suppose, are equally as necessary for all the associations.
Yes, big or small, they're all needed.
You know, they need a lot of blankets, there's a lot of washing, a lot of drying.
Yeah, and a lot of the blankets or towels or so cannot be washed after they're too dirty sometimes in the cages. So yeah, we had a big drive to collect loads and loads of blankets, towels, sheets, and we will continue that on a regular basis so that the supply will continue. And people will know from the website, or we will make it when we do a drive again. And then we have different locations where people can go, and we'll drop it off, and we pack them up nicely and get them to the shelters. And whenever people need help, they call us and we see if we can.
Well, it's really lovely to see you so enthusiastic and having the inspiration that I know 2025 is going to be wonderful. You'll be achieving more great things. And of course, on the 14th of February, the first event of the year, because I imagine you will have loads of things coming up as the months go by.
Yeah, we will try to do some more events. We've got some lovely people who put on events for us. We had a wonderful luncheon in somebody's home. There was about 30 people there. It was really great, and they want to repeat it. It's all very personable, and that's basically what we would like to do. We're very personable with the people that we're dealing with, but also very personable to the animals, one-on-one.
It's a very, it's a very nice setup and suits you down to a T. I'm really happy that you're doing this, following your passion and getting all the reward for doing so.
Yes.
It's a win-win all round.
Absolutely.
Congratulations, Lily.
Thank you very much.
And see you soon.
Yes, I hope so, on the walk of the Valentine's Day.
Yes, if not before, and that's not a threat.
Kilos, ¿no? Ok. Eso por ahí. Este por aquí, a ver si sale bien. No, por ahí. Vale, un poquito por ahí. Apple. Y un poquito de agua. ¿Verdad? Ting, ting, ting. Batimos. Very good. La manzanita.
Thank you.
A la primera, ¿no?
Mocktail. When you think of car or motorbike insurance, think Linea Directa. When you most need your insurance company, Linea Directa are there for you. With tow trucks, courtesy car, mechanics, legal advice, even overnight stay in a hotel if you need it. There's a whole department dedicated to us Brits with people who speak English there to help us. If you're looking for an insurance policy that really takes all your needs into consideration whilst you're driving in Spain, then Linea Directa really is the company for you. Why don't you give them a call? 952 14 78 34 or contact them online.
Thank you.
ZeroHero, welcome to the sister restaurant.
ZeroHero, welcome to Sunday.
And here's our presentation of San Pedro de Alcántara for Fitur 2025.
San Pedro Alcántara. You've got to be something truly special to bear a name like that. It's as if fate itself decided you'd be the keeper of the divine keyring. Because not every place can boast of holding so many keys. like the one that opens a doorway from the mountains to the sea, letting through a light you can only find here. The key to history, unlocking a past that helps you understand the present. In San Pedro, luxury is understated, savoured in tranquility. The cuisine, a Mediterranean gift bursting with flavour and fragrance. Here, the festivals and traditions proudly wave the Andalusian flag, blending seamlessly with those who stroll through, those who visit, and those who come searching for the master key, the one that truly matters. San Pedro de Alcántara, the key to happiness.
ZeroHero, welcome here at the Lago Restaurant.
ZeroHero,
Welcome to Vigo Banús.
ZeroHero, welcome to RTV Marbella.
El Lago Restaurant is in the Elveria area and they are reopening once again. Very excited to see what they've done in the refurbishment and what they've got on their menu.
Running, I know that I'll be hiding somewhere in the dawn and there's no turning back now. Driving somewhere in the morning. My world is slowly burning now. How is my mind? Love how I'm burning you.
To express myself, but I think you will understand what I'm trying to say. We're pleased to welcome you in the new restaurant, and we bought the facility, which is an amazing place, an amazing location, an amazing Spanish coast, and we would like to show that we want to introduce the new restaurant after 18 years of working and having a very nice reputation. And we are pleased to welcome you to show you what we are here to show. Our chef, which is very important for us, and Hassan, the head of service, is also. We want you to know that.
Pusimos unos objetivos a corto plazo, que es lo que dijo Elena, llevar el lago a lo más alto.
Running, and now that I'll be hiding somewhere in the dawn and there's no turning back now. Driving somewhere in the morning. My world is slowly burning now. How is my mind? Love how I'm burning you.
Esto es una baguette casera de vaca madurada y una emulsión de pimientos del piquillo. Y luego tenemos el herba. El herba es una bolita crujiente rellena con un tartar de atún. Y lleva una emulsión de piparras y un poquito de huevas de salmón.
Oh, wow. ¿Vamos a probar?
That's it for this week. Take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and remember you can watch recordings of the programme from the RTV Marbella.tv website. You can also go to my website, Nicole King website, nicoleking.es, for links to the programme, to my Marbella Moments column in the Euro Weekly News, and to our ZeroHero website. We will be drawing the winning prizes on the 1st of February from the Christmas Spirit Lottery. Really cool prizes. And because it has been such a successful initiative, we will be carrying on with the lottery in participating venues up until Easter, which means if you go to different venues and spend over €20, you get a lottery ticket and you are eligible then to go in to the draw to see if you won one of lots of prizes, which could be a pool day in the Hard Rock, a dinner at G-Wine, La Scala. Go to the website, ZeroHero.es, and check it out. Or, as I say, go to my website with a link to most things. Take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and I'll see you again next week for more of what's going on in Marbella right now.